I never imagined I'd become the kind of man who set a trap in his own house. But when trust crumbles, reason gives way to something primal. Let me take you back to the night everything unraveled, when a woman I thought I knew tried to sneak her lover into our home, unaware that I was already waiting. For 4 years, I believed Emily and I had built a solid foundation. We'd married young, right after finishing school. Money was always tight, but we had big dreams. She wanted to open a bakery one day, and I was working long, greasy hours in a repair shop to keep us afloat. From the outside, we seemed happy, laughing often, arguing rarely. People envied us. But slowly, small cracks appeared. Less conversation at dinner. Nights she claimed she was too exhausted. I brushed it off as stress. What I didn't want to admit was that love sometimes withers quietly, like a flame running out of air. Then came the text messages. I wasn't snooping, it just happened. Her phone buzzed nonstop on the counter one evening, and my gut told me to look. The preview lit up. A man's name I didn't recognize, with the words, "Can't wait to see you again." My stomach twisted. Against every instinct, I opened the phone. What I saw made my blood run cold. Romantic exchanges, hotel meetups, and cruel jokes about me, mocking how clueless I was. That night, lying awake beside her while she slept peacefully, I felt rage burn alongside a hollow sadness. I needed the truth, undeniable and inescapable. A week later, proof landed in my lap. Emily told me she was visiting her friend Sarah, but Sarah called the house asking if Emily wanted to hang out. That's when I knew she was lying again. I didn't confront her immediately. Instead, I made a plan. The following Friday, I pretended I had to stay late at work. She kissed me goodbye like everything was normal, then went out for groceries. I parked my truck a block away and waited in the dark, heart pounding. Hours passed before I saw headlights pull into our driveway. Not just hers, his too. Watching another man walk into my home felt like a knife to the chest. I wanted to burst inside, but I held back. If I confronted them outside, she'd twist it. No, I needed her trapped in her own lies. With my spare key, I slipped through the back door. Laughter floated down the hallway. Hers and his. They were in the living room, drinking wine. My wine. Then I saw it. The kiss. On our couch. The very spot where Emily and I had shared countless nights. That was my breaking point. I stepped into the room, flipped the light on, and said, "Don't let me stop you." The look on their faces was priceless. Her glass at the floor, shattering. He froze, pale and nervous, like a kid caught red-handed. Emily stuttered, fumbling for excuses. I cut her off. "How long has this been going on? How long have you been making a fool of me?" Her lover had the nerve to open his mouth. I barked at him to shut it. "This is my house. You don't get to speak." That was enough. He grabbed his jacket and ran without another word. Coward. That left Emily, trembling, breaking down into sobs. She begged me to listen. She said she was lonely. She said I worked too much. She said it wasn't supposed to happen. Excuses. Hollow excuses. I let her talk, but it was like a judge letting the guilty speak before passing judgment. When she was done, I told her flatly, "Pack your bags. You don't live here anymore." Her cries grew louder, but I didn't move. I watched her scramble to collect her things, swearing she still loved me, swearing it was only a mistake. But love doesn't sneak around. Love doesn't betray in your own home. When the door finally slammed behind her, I collapsed onto the same couch I'd caught them on. I didn't feel victorious, just broken. Grief, anger, and uncertainty swallowed me. But under it all, there was relief. The lies were finished. The weeks that followed were brutal. I filed for divorce, cut off contact, and tried to rebuild. Friends said I was strong, though I didn't feel it. I felt hollow, like I'd lost not just Emily, but the life we planned together. Still, little by little, I found peace again, working with my hands, reconnected with friends, picking up hobbies I'd long abandoned. The nights were heavy, but mornings always came. Each sunrise made the pain sting a little less. Months later, I ran into her by chance. She looked older, worn down. She told me she regretted everything. Said the man she cheated with had left her not long after that night. She wanted another chance. For a moment, I saw the woman I had once loved. But then I remembered the humiliation, the betrayal, and the trap I'd laid in my own home. I looked her in the eye and told her, "You had everything, and you threw it away. I'm done." Then I walked away. That was the day I closed the book for good. And if you've ever been betrayed, I'll say this. The pain won't last forever. Betrayal might break you at first, but it also frees you. It forces you to see your worth, to rise from the ashes, to rebuild stronger. Because sometimes the harshest ambush isn't the one you set. It's the one life sets for you. And the only choice you have is to survive.